Alright guys, let's go outside back here. And it did stop in the middle of a fight. I didn't touch him, he didn't touch me. I didn't start the video, I didn't start the fight. And yeah, and I realized when I was watching the last video that the music was way too loud, so I'm gonna turn that down. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get to the fight. So I don't know if all of you guys' like schools did this, but my school had AIG. And basically what AIG was, it was just a place that we went to once a week. That, I guess, AIG was for smart kids. I was smart, I was really smart, you know, I had good grades. But I did not want to go there because I wanted to sit there with with all my friends in my study hall. In my study hall period. But like after 2-3 weeks of not showing up, in 3 weeks, I mean just 3 days of not showing up, they finally came to me and they're like, Josiah, you haven't been to AIG. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, if you don't go to AIG, you're gonna get written up. So then I'm like, why do I have to go to AIG? And I can't remember the reason why she said I had to go to AIG. But then I did end up getting sent to the principal's office for it. So then, at the principal... But then at the principal's office, he's talking to me about why I go to AIG. And like why and why they pulled me out for AIG. And he's like, you know why they pulled you out for AIG? I'm like, yeah, it's because I'm smart. And he's like, yes, you are incredibly smart. But if you don't show up to AIG, then what's the point of you being in it? I'm like, well, I mean, I didn't choose to be in AIG. I just finished it off really quick. I'm like, well, what's the point of even being in AIG if I'm not going to show up? And I'm like, well, I didn't choose to be in AIG. So then he goes on like, how many times do you have to be there? How many times do you have to be there out of the week? I'm like, 1. And he's like, so how come you don't want to go? And I'm like, well, because I want to sit here in 7th period and do my work. So then even after that whole ramble went on, after, like, you know, I was sent to the principal's office and all that, I still didn't go. I didn't care about getting written up. I didn't care about my mom getting called, because it's like, what's even the point? It's like, what's the point of going to a place that you didn't spend your money on? Like, I didn't spend my money on AIG. My mom didn't spend her money on going to AIG. So what was the point of me? What was the point of me even going to AIG if my mom didn't spend my money on it? It was basically just a waste of time. All we did there was stuff that that teacher for AIG provided for us, which was really boring. Rather sitting there in 7th period doing my homework, and so that I could sit home all day and play video games. Even that's what I did. Even when I had homework, I just sat there and did it in a different period. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know, it's stupid. It was pointless. So, if you guys have ever had, like, AIG, or if you guys have ever had any problems with your teachers, which I know everyone in the world has, like, no one has a perfect teacher. No one has a teacher that they've never argued with, or that the teacher never argued with them. But, it's just something about my school. Like, they really wanted me to be in AIG, and I told them no, I wasn't going to go. Okay, I still have some of my friends in AIG, like, you know, still some of the friends I hang out with, like, all day, every day. But it's just AIG just so